Preferring immediate pleasures over delayed gratification is what is keeping us dumb as a generation. What's up, everyone? This is Saurav, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And yes, today I want to talk about this problem. As you can see, if you have seen the previous video, I was telling about that yesterday. I was contemplating about some of my, negative or bad traits, and I discovered two. First one I covered in the first video, and in this video, I just want to talk about this bad trait or bad habit of mine that I inhabit, where I constantly seek for immediate pleasures in every single way possible, and that over time has taken a lot of my time, a majority of proportion of my time, and also my mental health. I always thought this to be just a joke when people said that, watching too many short content is actually, minimizing our attention span. I was just thinking that it's, just the propaganda, common propaganda. People were just telling it for the sake of it. But over time of me consuming a lot of short form content, I have realized that yes, my attention span has, you know, reduced sharply to even seconds now, and that has affected me in a lot of factors, multiple factors in my life. I was also always an avid reader while growing up as a kid, but now at this point of my life, it takes me, over 2 months to read a single book, because I find it extremely difficult to hold my attention to that particular thing. And whenever I do that, I just automatically become too anxious or too afraid, because I start to feel that I am trapped inside of my own head. I am with this, all of this patience is claustrophobic, and I just want a quick escape. And that is why, I again take up the phone and start scrolling the reels, scrolling the short content, taking extreme level of dopamine intake. And in the end, what happens? It ends me leaving more anxious and more tired and extremely in mental drain. I've never thought that, I'll ever experience brain fog in my life, but yes, now I've been experiencing it. I keep on forgetting a lot of things, even the smallest things, in the shortest time possible. And also, it's extremely hard for me to even, keep my observation to, to a person while I'm having a conversation. I in every single conversation, what I feel now is that I find it extremely difficult for me to, stick to their thought process, and I just want an escape, or just want to talk and present my views. I have been losing my capability to listen, and that was something, I was always liked about for that's, trait of mine, and I have lost that just because I always seek for immediate pleasures. I still do, over delayed gratification. And I think that's not just a problem of me, but we as an entire generation. And the internet is to blame at some point of time, but the one who should be blamed the most is us, because we are choosing to consume them in the first place. We are the people who, are allowing ourselves to get distracted again and again and again and again. And we have are the ones who started consuming short form content, in the beginning, despite knowing, you know, the all the negative effects that comes with us, or simply ignoring them as bluff. When we talk about addiction, we talk about cigarettes, we talk about alcohol, we talk about drugs, but we never talk about, we hardly talk about this phone addiction that eats away, most of the good parts of our brain, leaving us filled with cortisol, self-doubt, seeking for validation, and most importantly, all alone. We are so much constantly stimulated by every new exciting thing every single second that, we constantly strive for more. And if there is something that asks for even the slightest bit our attention, or if the slightest bit our patience, we just, we eliminate it from our interest, we eliminate it from, our, goals. And that in that way, I don't know how many goals I have sacrificed over a period of time, just because I was not patient enough, or I was not, calm enough to even wait for that delayed gratification of doing something that's actually beneficial or actually good for me in the longer run. And I'm stuck now. I'm currently stuck now. Even if it feels different from, so, or difficult for me to completely process all the things that, that jam inside of my head. And maybe making this video is a way for me to, provide an external source to excrete all of those emotions, to, burst out all of those emotion, all of those thoughts, all of those feelings, to a certain place where it will be documented. You can see the setup is changed. I'm not in a current situation to make a video, maybe because it's morning and the house is usually crowded, but I really wanted to, make these videos. I just wanted to put these ideas here, you know probably address my bad traits in front of you all, because otherwise I know that I'll just forget them anyways, or I'll just, lose in my interest in doing that, doing them again. And it's just now a natural trait for me to leave things midway, or not start things at all. The things that I feel have a lot of potential, I just, despite knowing, I don't start or don't keep doing that, just because, I just get bored too easily, or my attention is too less now. And we, over the ages, we have always considered this attention, this patience, as just something theoretical to be kept in the textbooks, but I feel they are truly certain things that are extremely real, or that affect us crucially or brutally inside, and we don't even, realize that until it's too late. So yes, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I'm again experiencing certain brain fog. I'm finding it difficult to, arrange my thoughts in a single line. But yes, I just wanted to come here and be honest about it. And I think it's not me. There are a lot of people who experience that same thing every single day. And if someone thinks that our attention span is not actually decreasing, it's just theoretical until now, just try reading a book. I'll tell you, just try reading a 300-page book, or even just try watching a movie without, taking your phone for a minute. That's the, very least you can do, and you'll realize that how difficult it is. You only realize about its existence when, you'll experience it. So yes, I think it's really high time for us to be extremely cautious, and it's high time for us to address this, this extremely terrible habit that we have been developing knowingly or unknowingly, and try every single thing to get rid of it as soon as possible. And I will personally suggest you that if you want to start doing that, just try reading 5 to 10 pages a day, and you know you'll realize that it's difficult in the beginning, but slowly you'll realize that you know maybe it's gradually improving. Sorry for the background noise. Yes, this was the video that I wanted to come up with. I will try to come up with an extended version of this, of our decreasing attention span in the future. It's about an experiment that I recently read about, and the results. I'm really excited to talk about it despite all this distraction. I'm really excited to talk about in the future. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you again maybe tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Peace.